Have you ever stopped to wonder why some men seem to attract women naturally, while you keep struggling to even get a phone number? What do they have that you don't? The answer will surprise you. It's not about looks, money, or status. It's about mastering the art of seduction. And the life-changing news is this: you can learn these same skills in just 30 days. Sounds impossible? Keep watching, because I'm about to reveal the step-by-step system that has transformed over 1,000 ordinary men into masters of seduction. If you're tired of rejection and lonely nights, this is the most important video you will watch this year. The reality is tough. 83% of men never learn how to consistently attract women. They live lives of quiet desperation, accepting any crumb of female attention they can get. But you don't have to be part of that statistic. Imagine if in just 1 month, you could awaken a natural magnetism that makes women notice you as soon as you walk into a room. Imagine having the confidence to approach any woman who interests you, knowing exactly what to say and how to act to spark immediate attraction. This isn't a fantasy. It's a real possibility, based on behavioral psychology and years of practical research. Before I reveal the system, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that overwhelming sensation of seeing an amazing woman, and even though you desperately wanted to approach her, your body just froze? Heart pounding, mind blank, hands sweating? If so, know that you are not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. Our society has failed to teach men the fundamental skills of attraction and seduction. But today, that changes for you. Do you want to completely transform your love life in the next 30 days? If the answer is yes, leave a like right now and activate notifications, because this content is too valuable to be missed. Every 10 seconds, another man discovers these secrets and starts living the abundant life with women he always dreamed of. Don't let others get ahead of you. Your future self will thank you for watching this video until the end. First, the awakening of the inner seducer, days 1 to 7. It all starts in your mind. Let's be clear, seduction is not about manipulation or cheap tricks. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and developing real human connection skills. And that begins with a radical mental transformation. The problem is simple. Since childhood, you've been programmed with limiting beliefs about relationships. Women only care about money. You have to be handsome to succeed. Some people are born with the gift of seduction. All these statements are complete lies. In fact, these beliefs have been sabotaging you, creating a vicious cycle of rejection and frustration. In the first 7 days, we will deprogram these lies and install a new mental operating system. You will perform daily neural reprogramming exercises that will literally reshape the synaptic pathways of your brain. And no, this isn't self-help fluff. It's applied neuroscience. Imagine waking up on day 8 feeling a natural confidence, not that fake self-confidence that crumbles at the first test. I'm talking about an unshakable certainty in your value as a man, a transformation so profound that people will notice it before you even open your mouth. The main exercise for this first week is the mirror challenge. Every day for 7 minutes, you will look yourself in the eyes in the mirror, repeating your new truths out loud. I am naturally attractive to the women I desire. My masculine energy is magnetic and irresistible. Every rejection brings me closer to success. The first few days will feel strange, even uncomfortable. Your brain will resist. It will try to convince you that you are lying to yourself. This is the crucial moment. Overcoming this resistance is what separates men who transform their lives from those who stay in the same situation for decades. Think about it. How many opportunities have you already missed because of your negative mental programming? How many amazing women have passed through your life while you were paralyzed by the fear of rejection? That ends now. The science behind this is fascinating. A study by Harvard University revealed that consistent positive affirmation exercises for just 1 week increased dopamine and serotonin levels by 43% in participants. These are exactly the neurotransmitters that generate feelings of well-being, confidence, and social attraction. Your brain is literally rewired for success. By the end of this first week, you will notice subtle but profound changes. People will react differently to you. You will start to notice interested glances from women who previously seemed unattainable. This is no coincidence. It is the beginning of your transformation. But remember, commitment is essential. Do not skip steps. Do not shorten the exercises. 7 full minutes. 7 consecutive days. This mental foundation is crucial for everything that follows. I can already sense some of you are doubting. Does this really work? Allow me to quickly share David's story. At 38, divorced and not dating for 3 years, he started this system completely skeptical. By the end of the first week, he sent me an emotional message saying that for the first time in years, a woman had initiated a conversation with him at the coffee shop. Small victories like these are just the beginning. Are you ready for this journey? Are you ready to finally take control of your love life? If the answer is yes, leave in the comments, "I'm ready to awaken." Your public declaration of commitment is the first step towards real transformation. Second, magnetic body language. Days 8 to 14. Now that your mind is being reprogrammed, let's focus on something that has an instant impact: your body language. Here is a truth that will change your perspective forever. 93% of initial attraction is based on non-verbal communication. 93%. This means that before you even open your mouth, women have already decided whether they feel attracted to you or not. The good news: you have complete control over this. Your body language is not genetically determined. It's a set of habits that can be relearned and optimized in just 7 days. Let's start with the most crucial foundation: dominant physical presence. I'm not talking about intimidation or toxic aggression. I'm talking about confidently occupying space, projecting positive masculine energy, and displaying the subtle non-verbal cues that women are biologically programmed to find attractive. The power pose exercise will transform how you present yourself to the world. Twice a day, you will practice the 5-point stance: feet shoulder width apart, weight distributed evenly, chest open, shoulders back and relaxed, chin parallel to the floor. Hold this posture for 2 full minutes while breathing deeply. Studies by Columbia Business School have shown that just 2 minutes in this posture increases testosterone levels by 20% and reduces levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, by 25%. This literally makes you feel more confident and appear more attractive instantly. But this is just the beginning. During this week, you will master the 5 pillars of magnetic body language: dominant eye contact, controlled expressive gesturing, strategic touch, a genuine smile, and alpha vocal modulation. Eye contact deserves special attention. Most men make one of 2 fatal errors. They either avoid eye contact completely, appearing insecure and submissive, or they maintain a fixed, intimidating stare that makes women uncomfortable. The triangular gaze technique solves both problems. You smoothly alternate between her eyes and her mouth, creating a subliminal, sensual tension that she can feel but cannot consciously identify. Think about the power of this. Without saying a single word, you are communicating confidence, interest, and sexual intent in a way that completely bypasses her rational defenses. You are speaking directly to her primitive brain, awakening attraction at an instinctive level. During this week, your daily challenge will be the 3-second game. Whenever you are in a public place, when your eyes meet those of an attractive woman, maintain eye contact for 3 seconds before naturally glancing away. It sounds simple, and it is, but 90% of men are unable to do this consistently. This small change alone can double your opportunities for positive interactions. And here is a secret few know: mirrored synchronization. When talking to a woman, subtly mirror her body language with a delay of 3 to 5 seconds. If she tilts her head, do the same shortly after. If she touches her hair, touch your own face moments later. This subconscious mirroring creates a powerful sense of connection and compatibility. Let's talk about your voice, one of the most underestimated aspects of masculine attraction. Did you know that women evaluate the attractiveness of a man's voice in 0.2 seconds before they even process your words? The vocal resonance exercise will transform your speaking pattern, lowering your natural pitch, adding chest resonance, and eliminating insecure vocal patterns like upward inflection at the end of sentences. The results from this week are immediate and powerful. Students frequently report that, even before completing the 7 days, friends and colleagues comment on their new energy. Women start initiating conversations. Curious glances and smiles become more frequent. This is one of those transformations that once you experience it, you never go back. It's like gaining a social superpower that very few men possess. And all of this before even mastering conversation techniques. If this is resonating with you, if you understand the impact this transformation can have on all areas of your life, take a second now to share this video with another man who could benefit from this knowledge. Your friend will thank you later, and building this community of evolving men benefits us all. Third, the art of magnetic conversation, days 15 to 21 now. That you have the right mindset and dominant body language. Let's address what is usually the biggest point of anxiety for most men. Conversation. What do I say after hi is probably the most common question I receive. The truth is that 99% of men approach conversations with women completely incorrectly. They treat the conversation like a job interview, trying to impress, asking predictable questions, and trying too hard. The result? Boring, forced interactions with no chemistry. This week, you will learn the art of magnetic conversation, a communication system that creates attraction, emotional connection, and sexual tension through strategic speech patterns. The first principle is the HEAT structure: humor, empathy, assertiveness, and tension. Every interaction should contain these four elements, alternated at a rhythm that keeps the woman emotionally engaged. Let's detail each component. Humor doesn't mean telling rehearsed jokes. It's about creating a light and fun environment where she feels comfortable letting her guard down. The observational comment technique involves making slightly provocative observations about the environment or about her, but in a playful way that shows social astuteness. For example, instead of asking the basic, "What do you do?" you could say, "Let me guess." Based on your style and confidence, you work in something creative, maybe design or photography. This is intriguing, shows attention to detail, and opens the door to a much more interesting conversation. Empathy is your ability to create genuine connection by showing that you truly understand her on a deeper level. The amplified active listening technique involves not just hearing her words, but identifying the emotion behind them and responding to that emotional subtext. When she shares something about her life, instead of just acknowledging the facts, you reflect the emotional component. It sounds like that project really gets you excited. Have you always been passionate about creative challenges? Assertiveness demonstrates your confident masculinity and leadership ability. The soft command technique involves making direct statements and leading the interaction without being controlling or aggressive. Instead of asking, "Do you want to go somewhere quieter to talk?" you say, "Let's find a quieter spot. I want to hear more about your adventure in Thailand." The difference is subtle, but the impact on the dynamic is profound. Tension is the most crucial and most neglected ingredient. Without sexual tension, you will quickly be placed in the just friends category. The strategic retreat technique involves creating moments of positive emotional tension by alternating between strong connection and slight distancing. When the conversation reaches a high point of connection, you briefly interrupt the flow. "Wait, I'm not sure I should be telling you these things. You're too dangerous." This pattern creates an emotional roller coaster that intensifies attraction. During this week, you will practice the daily conscious conversation exercise. In every social interaction, even with grocery store clerks or baristas, you will deliberately apply an element of HEAT. This transforms mundane interactions into practice opportunities without the pressure of a real seduction situation. Another powerful concept you will master is sensory storytelling. Stories are the oldest and most effective method of creating human connection, but most men tell boring stories, full of irrelevant facts and without emotional impact. The 5-step method you will learn transforms even the most common story into a captivating experience that awakens emotions and creates shared memories. Let's talk about a fatal mistake almost all men make: unbalanced conversational investment. When a man is interested in a woman, he tends to do all the work in the conversation, talking too much, asking too many questions, essentially verbally chasing. This dynamic instantly destroys attraction. The inverted 80-20 principle solves this problem. In the first 5 minutes of any interaction, she should be talking 80% of the time, while you talk only 20%. This creates a dynamic rarely experienced by attractive women. They are used to men dominating the conversation trying to impress. Instead, you demonstrate confidence by giving space, asking a few powerful questions and truly listening. By the end of this week, something remarkable happens. Talking to women stops being stressful and becomes genuinely fun. You develop a naturally magnetic verbal presence that makes people, not just women, want to keep talking to you. An important warning: with this new conversational power comes responsibility. You will notice that women start sharing deeply personal things very quickly. This is a clear sign of attraction and trust. Honor this openness with genuine respect. We are halfway through the 30-day journey. If you've made it this far, you are committed to your transformation. That deserves recognition. Leave in the comments right now what your biggest discovery has been so far. And if this content is adding value to your life, please help other men by liking and sharing this video. Together, we are creating a new generation of confident, authentic, and magnetically attractive men. Fourth, creating and managing sexual tension. Days 22 to 28. We have reached the point that separates merely nice guys from true masters of seduction, the ability to create, amplify, and manage sexual tension. Without this component, you can be the coolest, funniest, most interesting guy in the world and still end up hearing the dreaded phrase, "You're a great friend." Sexual tension is the fuel of romantic attraction. It's that electricity in the hair that tingle down your spine, that magnetic feeling that makes two people want to get physically closer. And here's the revolutionary news. Sexual tension can be created deliberately, following specific principles of behavioral psychology. This week, you will master the escalation ladder, a step-by-step framework for increasing physical and emotional intimacy naturally and respectfully, reading and responding to her signs of interest in real time. The first rung is strategic proximity. Most men maintain an excessively respectful distance throughout the interaction, never creating opportunities for physical connection. The shared space technique involves gradually creating a bubble of intimacy through intelligent positioning. At a bar, for example, you start at a normal social distance, but upon noticing signs of interest, prolonged eye contact, touching her hair, feet pointed towards you, you naturally create moments to decrease that distance, showing something. On your phone, talking quieter so she needs to lean in, or guiding her to a quieter spot. The second rung is contextual touch. Every touch should have a context that makes it natural and non-invasive. The 3 seconds technique establishes that any initial touch should last exactly 3 seconds, long enough to make an impact, but not long enough to cause discomfort. A light touch on the forearm to emphasize a point in conversation, a brief touch on her back when guiding her through a door, a spontaneous high five to celebrate a shared opinion. These moments create physical familiarity without pressure. The third rung is selective validation. Female psychology responds powerfully to the pattern of intermittent validation. The qualified compliment technique involves acknowledging something genuinely admirable about her, but immediately balancing it with a light tease. Your passion for classical literature is truly impressive. I didn't expect to find a nerd disguised as a fashionista. This pattern creates a powerful cycle where she unconsciously seeks more of your approval. The fourth rung is verbal tension. The right words at the right time can create more sexual tension than any physical contact. The impact statement technique involves honestly expressing how she is affecting you, but in a controlled and confident way. I have to admit something. It's surprisingly hard to maintain a normal conversation while you're looking at me like that. This strategic vulnerability demonstrates both confidence and genuine interest. The fifth and most powerful rung is the calibrated retreat. At the exact moment tension reaches its peak, perhaps after a moment of physical proximity or intense emotional connection, you create a brief space, both physical and emotional. This unexpected retreat creates a vacuum that she instinctively wants to fill, completely inverting the chasing dynamic. A crucial tool you will master this week is the accurate reading of indicators of interest, IOIs. Most men miss countless opportunities because they simply don't recognize when a woman is showing interest. You will learn to identify the 15 nonverbal and 7 verbal signs that indicate attraction, from the most subtle, pupil dilation and foot orientation, to the most obvious, touches initiated by her and questions about your availability. Equally important is your ability to detect indicators of disinterest, IODs. Ethical seduction requires sensitivity to her boundaries and comfort. You will learn to recognize subtle signs of discomfort and recalibrate your approach or retreat completely when necessary. The main exercise this week is polarization practice. In every interaction with a woman you are interested in, you will deliberately create a moment of polarization, an action or statement that clearly communicates your romantic, sexual intention, forcing a positive or negative response. This sounds risky, and it is, but it completely eliminates the purgatory of the friend zone where so many men get stuck for months or years. An example of verbal polarization would be, "You know what's really distracting me right now? I'm trying to keep this conversation intelligent, but I keep thinking about what it would be like to kiss you." This statement forces the situation down one of two paths: escalation of intimacy or clear rejection, both preferable to the limbo of ambiguous intention. As you practice these techniques, something transformative happens. You develop a calibrated intuition about the exact moment to act. This ability to sense the perfect timing for each escalation is what truly separates masters of seduction from beginners. An important note, this entire framework is based on enthusiastic consent and genuine respect. You are not manipulating anyone into doing something they don't want to do. On the contrary, you are creating a space where natural attraction can flourish and where both parties can express interest authentically. True seduction never involves pressure or disrespect. These are behaviors of insecure men, not confident men. If you are seriously following this program so far, you are likely already experiencing significant results. This is the perfect time to fully commit to the final phase. Show your commitment by leaving a comment with your biggest discovery about sexual tension. Your insights can help other men on this same journey. And a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. The algorithm favors videos that generate engagement in the first 60 minutes after publication. Your support now ensures we can continue bringing this transformative content to other men. Fifth, becoming a magnetically attractive man, days 29 and 30. We are reaching the final 2 days of your transformation. Now it's time to integrate everything you've learned and focus on the most powerful and often neglected element: becoming a genuinely interesting and magnetically attractive man. The truth is that all the techniques we've discussed so far, mindset, body language, conversation, sexual tension, are exponentially amplified when you are a man who lives a passionate and authentic life. There is a reason why some men seem to attract extraordinary women effortlessly. It's not because they are masters of seduction techniques. It's because they embody deeply attractive masculine qualities that resonate on a primal level with women. In the next 2 days, you will focus on 7 fundamental pillars that form the foundation of a naturally magnetic man. These are not superficial traits you can fake. They are essential qualities you must genuinely cultivate. The first pillar is masculine purpose. Men without a clear mission in life are rarely attractive in the long term. The purpose definition. Exercise will guide you to identify and clearly articulate the impact you want to have in the world. This clarity of vision creates a gravitational force around you that naturally attracts people, especially women, into your orbit. The second pillar is mastery. Evolutionary psychology shows that women are naturally attracted to men who demonstrate mastery in some significant area of life. The commitment to mastery exercise will challenge you to identify a skill or area of knowledge where you are actively pursuing excellence. This pursuit of mastery, regardless of the specific area, emits powerful signals of genetic value and discipline. The third pillar is social courage. Your willingness to take social risks and face discomfort conveys authentic confidence. The expanded discomfort zone exercise will challenge you to take one specific action daily that pushes your social boundaries, from initiating conversations with strangers to expressing unpopular opinions when appropriate. This tested courage is magnetically attractive to women who instinctively value men capable of maintaining composure under social pressure. The fourth pillar is presence. In a world of men chronically distracted by screens and constant stimuli, your ability to be completely present in the current moment becomes a social superpower. The masculine mindfulness exercise develops your ability to fully focus on the person in front of you, creating an intensity of connection that few women regularly experience. The fifth pillar is integrity. Men who live aligned with their values and keep their word exude a quality that women quickly learn to value above superficial qualities. The personal code exercise will guide you to clearly articulate your core values and identify areas where you can strengthen your consistency between words and actions. The sixth pillar is masculine emotional intelligence. The ability to understand and manage your own emotions while skillfully navigating the emotions of others is a precious rarity in today's masculine landscape. The emotional literacy exercise will expand your emotional vocabulary and your ability to express vulnerability from a foundation of strength, not weakness. The seventh and final pillar is abundance. The scarcity mindset, the subconscious belief that there are limited resources, including desirable women in the world, exudes desperation and creates repulsive behaviors. The cultivating abundance exercise fundamentally transforms how you approach relationships, eliminating the desperate attachment to outcomes that repels high-quality women. In the final 2 days of this program, your main focus will be creating a personalized, magnetic man plan, a detailed blueprint for continuing to develop these 7 pillars over the next 90 days. This plan will transform the specific techniques you learned into qualities integrated into your core identity. Here is a truth that few seduction coaches admit. Techniques and strategies can generate short-term results, but only authentic transformations in your character and lifestyle produce the kind of magnetic attraction that consistently attracts extraordinary women into your life. Imagine what your reality will be like 90 days after completing this program. You won't just be applying seduction techniques, you will be naturally attractive. Women will feel your presence before you even speak. Your confidence won't be a mask you put on, but a genuine expression of your inner worth. Your conversations will have depth and impact because they will be fueled by a life rich in experiences and purpose. This is the difference between learning to pick up women and becoming a man who naturally attracts high-quality partners. And this is the real transformation I am offering. I know this focus on personal development might seem less sexy than promises of magic lines and secret manipulation techniques. But after personally coaching over 3,000 men, I can state with absolute certainty the results speak for themselves. Men who follow this path not only transform their success with women, they transform their entire lives. As we reach the end of this 30-day journey, I want to acknowledge the significant commitment you have made. Real transformation requires courage, discipline, and a willingness to face discomfort. The fact that you have made it this far demonstrates that you possess these qualities. But this is not the end. It is just the beginning of your journey as a magnetically attractive man. The principles and practices you have learned over the past 4 weeks are lifelong tools that will continue to generate deeper and deeper results as you fully integrate them. If this program has positively impacted your life, I ask you to share your experience in the comments. Your testimony might be exactly what another man needs to take the first step on his own transformation journey. And if you are ready to take your transformation to the next level, I have a special announcement to make. For the first time in 2 years, I'm opening spots for my advanced program, Mastery of Seduction, a 90-day training that includes weekly live mentoring, advanced material, and access to my inner circle of men committed to excellence. Full details are in the link in the description below. Spaces are extremely limited and usually fill up in less than 48 hours. Whatever path you choose from here, remember, you have already taken the hardest step, committing to growth and refusing to accept less than you deserve in your love life. You are no longer the same man who started this program 30 days ago. You now possess knowledge, skills, and perspectives that most men will never acquire in their entire lives. Use this power with wisdom, integrity, and respect, not just for the women you wish to attract, but for yourself. This is your moment. The life you've always dreamed of is literally one approach away. Go forth and conquer it. I'll finish with a question. What aspect of this 30-day journey was most impactful for you? Leave your answer in the comments below. I personally read every comment and respond to the most insightful ones. Until the next video, where we will explore how to turn casual dates into deep relationships with extraordinary women. Don't miss it. Activate notifications right now.